Yo, here's a little update about the Attorney Rosenberg Justice 8 case on January 3rd, 2024. Yo, let's get it.
House. We're here, we're litigating the preliminary hearing for the Justice 8. Free the Justice 8.
Free the Justice 8.
As many of you know, I'm representing the alleged ringleader, the lead defendant, Alex Enamorado. And I talked to my client. He had a couple words that he wanted me to say to all of his supporters. So one of the things that's on his mind that's bothering him is that Detective Travis Johnson tried to insinuate that the Pomona Police Department was closed based upon the so-called protesters. Now you saw me clean that up later on recross. The judge is letting the lawyers go crazy with their questions. So we have him tied in. It was not closed because of the protesters. I don't like the word protester. Protester to me is a word the government uses when they don't like you. I like activist. I like the word assembly. I like the word marching, advocating, just to let you know. So we got that point out there. Another thing that's on Alex's mind, this morning we heard a lot about the September 3rd charges emanating from the city of Pomona, County of Los Angeles. That's another issue. Remind me, I want to talk about that one. But we also have September 24th. But the question on Alex's mind is, why did they wait 2-3 months before filing this case? So that's an open question that I do plan to raise during the bail. At the end of this preliminary hearing, we do have an opportunity to address the court on bail, and that is something that I will bring up. So there's an issue with all of the, I think it's 14 or 15 counts that refer to September 3rd in Pomona. So here's what the DA's theory is. His theory is Penal Code 718 allows, if any of the conduct occurred in any county, it can be heard in any county, and if there's some touching of San Bernardino County based upon the conduct, then venue and jurisdiction are proper here. So you've heard a lot of questions regarding that issue, and the lawyers, the defense lawyers, do plan to raise that issue. It could be raised through something we call a demurrer, which is DEMURRER, and typically demurrers are raised at the first appearance. So when I looked at the conspiracy penal code, which is 182A1, it does say that any overt act that occurred in any county can be the proper jurisdiction. So if you guys remember my whole pepper ball booked into evidence, do you remember that?
Yes.
So one of the overt acts for count one, it's basically all Alex they're talking about. They don't put his name, but it's really Alex. That's their theory. But it says transported a pepper gun to Victorville. So you remember when I got the detective locked in that it was booked into evidence. Now,
Right.
I tried to ask, it's still there. The judge didn't see where I was going, so she sustained an objection by the people. But it is relevant because if that gun is in the custody of the Pomona police, it never made it to Victorville. Now, that's the only overt act that touched San Bernardino County. So I should get a pound on that.
That's it?
Okay, now, the DA claims in the back, we went in the back with the judge, that Alex got a phone call directing him to Upland. Where's Upland? San Bernardino?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he's trying to say the phone call gives him venue and jurisdiction. So what's Rosenberg's answer? Show me the phone call. Show me the phone call. Show me the phone call. Okay, guys, so look, when you represent Alex, there's a lot of pressure because you're talking to 1 people, 10 people, 100 people, 100,000 people, 500,000 people. The list goes on and on. So I want to be very clear, okay? Rosenberg, I'm not in it for the clout. I want to get Alex out. I'm not in it for the clout. I want to get Alex out. So my win for this prelim is probably not going to be dismissal of all the charges. But the win is if Judge Arredondo will agree to OR release with the ankle monitor or cash bail. Now we're asking for $80,000, or cash bail with the ankle monitor, no social media, like they did for Jaguar, Mr. Acevedo. Okay, so that's where we're at today. I think we put some points up on the board. I'm the only lawyer that was playing the defense-friendly video, and I want to put out a call to action. If people have more helpful video from the Victorville incidents, what you can do is email it to me, get it to Entrepreneur Queen. I'm in contact with her. Get it somewhere, email it to me. Don't text me, because then I have to take another step. So we have time. I talked with the prosecutor. And by the way, guys, we might go into next Monday, okay? Just to let you know. We did one witness today, well, 2 witnesses, and you saw that it took all day with Detective Johnson from Pomona. So, cross-examining Detective Johnson, it's a little funky, because he himself is African-American, so I thought they did a good job of putting him in the role, and then I have to use the word, I don't say this, don't hate on me, but this is the quote that John Doe #1 called the street vendor nigger, okay? Don't say Rosenberg is racist now. I'm just telling you what the evidence is. So I have to say that to an African-American detective, okay? Let's be honest, it's a little funky, but I have to do my job to zealously advocate for Alex. And the point is, they were trying to say piece of shit, mayete, the N-word coming out of Alex, and yet nobody was being honest about, my clients would say, what old boy did. Old boy is John Doe #1. So I think we punched back on some of that. We have video showing the entire scuffle when they're on the ground rolling around. I asked the detective, now detective, did you ever hear the N-word during that? No. Did you ever hear piece of shit, mayete, during that struggle? No. Did you ever hear anything during that struggle? No, no, and no. So like I said, I think we'll put some points on the board as it relates to John Doe 1's credibility. I need everyone who's in court, you got to watch the judge. Right. Let me know when she's upset. Let me know if you feel like, wow, Rosenberg landed a body shot. The reason is I need to tailor my argument, my closing argument, to her. And I can tell that she's getting frustrated with all the questions. So I try to get in, get what I need, and get out. I got my videos in. I have some more Victorville videos, but get me some more Victorville videos that can help Alex. We do have, I'm going to pick on you, buddy. We do have the door opening and hitting the female, but if you have anything else that you think can help, get it to me, because again, we're trying to get Alex out, and I think if we get him out, that's going to be our win here. Now, off the record, I think that, some defendants are looking better than others based on the evidence. And so I don't want to name names and create a whole thing, but there are some folks that they're really lesser involved. So that's what I'm saying. When you represent the so-called ringleader, you're not necessarily getting all those dismissals, okay? Now, here's another spin on the whole Pomona versus Victorville, San Bernardino County. So we now have an argument where 14 charges are in LA County to change venue. Now, I think that one might have a better chance of materializing. So if we were to change from San Bernardino County over to LA County, we would be at the Pomona courthouse. But with 8 defendants at a trial like this, it's going to go for a long, long time. It's possible to get reassigned out of Pomona. So if there's a way to get to the courthouse we call CCB, that's the Clara Shortridge Folks Courthouse in downtown LA, 2 blocks from my office, now that's a trial that favors the defendants. So that's my ultimate goal. If there's any way we can get this into LA and get it at CCB, that would be amazing. So thoughts and prayers in solidarity. Nicholas Rosenberg, free the Justice 8.
Free the Justice 8. Free the Justice 8. Free the Justice
justice, hey! Free the justice, hey! Free the justice, hey! Free the justice, hey! Okay, so one thing that came out today is that Detective Johnson said he watched all this other video, but he said, I'm here today to testify only about one video from the alleged, we call it the big fight, inside the El Super. So I asked him, was there any reason that you didn't show or talk about any other video? And the hidden message is because some of that video helps us. Okay, so that's one thing that came out today that I found interesting. So anyways, we're going to do the same thing tomorrow. We're going to be here at 8:30. The lawyers are getting a feel for how each other can work together. And definitely we need to be here at 8:30 because I'll tell you, the judge will not be happy with interruptions and stragglers coming in after 8:30. Okay, guys, Nicholas Rosenberg, Free the Justice 8, punching back.